Hi, everybody. My name is Ned. This is Aki. We're the co-founders of Bambu. We design, build, and integrate robo-advisors for financial institutions all over the world. We're a 3-year-old company, but we've already built almost 20 different robo-advisors for clients in the US, Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Some of the clients we've built for include HSBC, Standard Chartered, and we have Franklin Templeton as an investor, and we're a Series B company. But today we want to show you a new take on investing with a unique customer acquisition strategy that is led by Kevin O'Leary. So we're going to show you Beanstocks. It's our newest build for one of our newest clients. And so I'm going to hand over to my co-founder, Aki, to give you the demo.
Hey guys, so we're going to run through basic process of creating a new account. So I've just entered an email address and password here, and we'll get started. So the idea here is that you can create as many goals as you like for the different needs that you have in life, different time horizons, and so forth. So we'll start creating our first goal here. There's a few profiling questions that we need to get to so that we can create our first goal. Now, one of the first things that people who've never invested don't understand is the power of compounding. So if you imagine you're starting with just something like $100 initial investment and a couple of Starbucks coffees, over 20 years, that can actually amount to a pretty sizable nest egg. Now, what we're going to do here is basically ask a couple of questions to understand how you think about risk. So, would be pretty familiar to all you guys, just to understand your kind of financial circumstances. Enter some details here. And that gives us a basic risk profile here. Now, at this point, we can choose our first goal. So let's say in this case, I want to maybe start a new company. So I'll go major project. Again, it's just going to confirm our initial investment amount, our weekly or monthly contribution, and these will be then funded through the Plaid API. This is when we get our portfolio, so we can see our financial plan for the goal, as well as the portfolio and the underlying products. Now, at this point, you would go through a little KYC questionnaire and actually then transact in terms of the funding through Plaid. But instead of showing you those steps, I'm going to quickly log in through an existing account, and you can see what the sort of experience is once we have completed that process. So I'm just going to log in with my existing account. And you can see that I've created a couple of different goals: wedding, car, a little savings money for later. Here you can also see your transactions. So through our partnership with Drive Wealth, we actually are able to buy dollar-based funds, so basically fractional shares of all these different products within the portfolio. Now, the final thing I'll just touch on is actually some of the content that the Beanstocks team creates in the members zone. And you can also have quick links here at the top. And with that, back to you, Ned.
Thank you very much. So far, so good. It's a simple way of looking at a serious topic, investing. But I think, as you all know, the real challenge is customer acquisition. And what I'd like to do now is introduce our friend Kevin O'Leary, who is the founder of Beanstocks, to talk about that. Kevin?
Thank you. Customer acquisition plagues every fintech, and the algorithms getting complex. The costs keep going up and up and up. We're taking a different strategy here. For the last 4 years, I've been very involved in financial literacy. Because of what's happened with the extraordinary success of Shark Tank, I'm known by millions of people in America and now globally. What I've been doing is when we crisscross the country, and we're doing this internationally as well, I have to shoot updates every week for all the companies I've invested in, including this one. So when I show up in a city like Champaign-Urbana, Fargo, Amarillo, Texas, we schedule 2 events that day, one at noon and one at 7 o'clock, where we gather up to 9,000 people in a theater to talk about investing. The average income of these people are around $62,000. We use social media, as many as 800 to 1 million impressions for a 100-mile radius to fill those seats, put bums in them, and then we give a lecture about financial literacy. The idea here is we're going to use Beanstocks as a tool to help them start their journey. I need simplicity. I need fractional share ownership. I need the ability to quickly ACH a small amount of money from their accounts into this, and then we take our journey. The idea is to incorporate it into the courseware. We are reaching millions of people every week. I enjoy a very, very large following on social media, on all the platforms, and I'm passionate about financial literacy. When we were started to just beta test this idea, we had 145,000 downloads with no dollars spent on customer acquisition. So The key to this is to actually help people make that first step. We're asking them to try and put in $10 or $15 in the beginning of their journey and then apply anywhere from 8 to 12% of their savings every week into a product like this. It's very simple, provides diversification, conservative investing, and above all is easy to use. Now, customer acquisition at this level has never been done before, not in the way that we're going to be doing it, because some of these events are huge. As many as 15,000 people attend. And I'm going to attempt to have every single one of them download the app before they show up. And more importantly, download it as we reach out to up to 1 million people in that 100 square or circular mile radius that pushes them into the seats. Now, if this works, we'll probably have a pretty quick ramp up, and then the attempt is to see how sticky and what the customer attrition is going to be and continue to modify. I've obviously partnered with one of the best developers on earth to do this, but the key to this success is simplicity. How easy is it to use? And I think this product is remarkable in that respect, and I think our ability to drive traffic, the download, and actually implement it into the courseware is also crucial. If you'd like to learn more about this, please come down. We have some great video of what these events look like. They're extraordinary. They're passionate. I've even started to do them with Tony Robbins, and we're getting this done in November. We're going across the Middle East. Just did Guatemala last week. Luckily, Shark Tank has traveled all around the world. I'm very proud to say we've won 4 Emmys, and I just won the Greatest Television History Award. I'm so proud of that, as a villain. Thank you very much for your time today.